Hey everybody, how's it going? I got the fancy 2 camera set up this time around. So I was a little early, 3 minutes earlier than I predicted, which is good. So this is going to be a pretty simple stream. I might have some people popping in, popping out. I don't know yet. So you might get bored of me, which is completely understandable. I'm not a very thrilling person. And we're not talking about horrible mental health conditions tonight, so that's good. What we're going to do is just hit the books with some Lego. So as you can see here on camera number 2, or Jeff 2 the Reckoning. Hey everybody. So I've got, give me a second, I forgot to do a thing. Hey guys, good to see y'all. This is totally unprofessional, I apologize, but I'm not a professional guy, so there's that. Fix the thing with the stuffs. There we go. Okay, sorry about that, we're all good. Hey, how's it going, City Burns? Good to see you. Classic Bricks. Brickman Mosaic Arts. Deanna, good to see you. Brickham, it's good to see you, bud. Thanks for coming. Appreciate everybody showing up. I know it's a little late, but this is my police station. I built it about 3 years ago when I was living in Arizona, and this thing has been lugged with me everywhere. So what I'm going to do is basically dismantle it tonight. And tonight's going to be me talking and taking this thing apart, okay? And I'll give you a little bit of a tour of what's going on in each of the stories and tell you why I'm going to be dismantling it. Pretty simple. No problems. I've got some cups here to put parts in, so it's not going to be a mess. But let's get started. Also, don't mind the helicopter. We're also going to be rebuilding that as well. That helicopter's set. I don't like the set. I bought the set because I needed a helicopter for my police station, and I regret it. So we're not using a baseball bat. We're doing this very calmly and very patiently. And yeah, so gonna try to stick most of the same color pieces in the same cups here, but I hope everybody's having a good night, a nice night anyway. What's everybody up to besides watching a fat guy build with Lego, or rather take apart with Lego? Anybody watching any good TV shows or anything like that? I already started this off wrong by putting parts in the wrong one. There we go. I just watched a movie called Yesterday, and it's about a story of a musician in modern times, and he's a struggling musician. And he writes, what made me decide a police station? So I was a corrections officer for a long, long time, and I really wanted to make a police station, just simply because I wanted to. There was also, at one point in my life, I was going to build a Lego city, and that's still going to happen, just not anytime soon. So I decided to build a police station to get started, and then life happened, and all that. Red Hooper! Is Red Hooper here? I don't see him saying anything. Well, anyway, if Red Hooper's here, Red Hooper! But WandaVision's pretty dope. I've been watching that pretty regularly. I like it so far. It's very interesting. I like mysteries and I like weird stuff. So, yeah. Brett, you're here. Hooper! Good to see you, bud. Oh, cool. What's an Easter egg video? Oh, all the secrets of it. Okay, I understand. I'm hip. I'm cool. I know what's happening. So, this was my first attempt at anything large scale. You have to pay attention all the time, but yeah. This is my first attempt at a large scale building, and you can tell it's definitely a first attempt. I learned a lot from reading a couple of Lego books about how to build buildings and how to do structures, and at the time, I did the best that I could, and over the years, I'm just not a fan. WandaVision's pretty awesome, though. I'm really enjoying it. If you like movies about music, no, that is a standard base plate and half a base plate. So there are two stuck together. Yeah, camera 2 is very important for this. No, it's 2 base plates. It's the full-size one and then the half-size one. And I built it like that for a reason, and I totally regret it. Oh, cool. That's awesome, Brickman. I hope you have a good time with that. Be pretty dope. I don't build competitively anymore, so I hope everybody has a good time with that. So, all of these do disconnect pretty easily. As far as I know, watch me say that, and everything's just going to be a mess. But once I get the layering and the tiles off of this, I will show you each floor, what their purposes was, and I will talk to you about why I dislike it so much. Maybe not dislike, but think I could do it better, now that I've got some experience under my belt, and go from there. And that white piece just dropped to the other floor. That's cool. That's good. But trying to keep this as best I can. Yeah, I usually do, but I'm not giving a crap right now. It's good for everything but tile, I found out, and I've got this kathanka to do it, so maybe I should do that and save my fingers on some of those. I know this isn't exactly exciting, but I appreciate you guys showing up and watching, so I'll try to speed through this as fast as I can. I'm only scheduled to go for an hour tonight of dismantling this, and I will try to do the talkie bits as well as everything else. So that was easy. Good. I have an old gray one. I wasn't clear on that. And a bunch of the other ones, but I like the old gray one because I got fat hands and this thing's big. So there you go. Alrighty, so a couple more tiles to go, and then we'll get to the show and tell part of this mock. Yeah, stickers. Ugh. I technically don't even put stickers on sets anymore. That's how, because I'm fancy. All right. All right, cool. So that partially came off like it should have. All right, so check this out. What camera angle should I do this from? We'll do this one. We'll use my normal camera, not Jeff 2 the Reckoning. So this was the top floor of the police station, and as you can tell, it's very basic. There's a lot of space, and I didn't know how to utilize that space because, like a dummy, I didn't plan the floor plan. We got the captain's office over here. There was a storyline that went along with this. The captain's name was Captain Lance, and he's the reincarnation of Lancelot. And that's what all the shields on the wall here were supposed to represent. And, from old times and King Arthur times, and I had a bunch of Nexus sets, so I put them up on the wall. So there's that. I made the office entry like glass so people could see through it. There's also a little 1x1 tile right there that was used as sort of like a door code thing. And then 2 detectives' desks right here, as you can see. And over here we have an armory. How does that look? I know the bricks are dirty, I apologize. But the armory was full of brick arms and things like that. And, I just really liked, I really liked brick arms guns. So, I thought that'd be more fitting for what I was doing and how it all came together. So, yeah. Everybody that super knows me and super knows how I build knows that I try to put a storyline in everything that I build, and that was just how it happened. So I was pretty happy with it. Oh, that's an annoying noise. God, I hate that already. So, yep. Sorry, guys. But it was fun. It was so the city that I was going to build was called Jump City, loosely based on some comic book stuff, because I wanted to make a series, a story series, about a superhero, not one I made up or anything like that, but one that was pretty popular in the 90s for a little while. So this is the door to the armory. You got your little door code there. That is from the Alien Invasion Lego sets. I can't remember it. but they came out in blue. They had a sticker of Nan on one of the Vic Vipers that came across it. What other stories have I come up with? Not a lot, to tell you the truth. I used to write semi-regularly, like Stupid Adventures of Aquaman. That was fun. And Alien Conquest, that's the one. Thank you. And that was fun for a while. I liked writing about that. And, hey, Brick Star Wars boy, how's it going? But I wanted to make a storyline about Steel. So this is one of the detective's office computers. I made every desk the same. So we got donuts, we got a coffee mug, we got a pretty sweet flat screen computer, and a little bit of, finesse there to show that it's fancy. Above the doorway to the captain's office was a little bit of an Easter egg if I ever developed the storyline a little bit more. The sword, very much, not Excalibur, but Lancelot's sword. He used, sword and the lance and everything else, but I thought, just throw that in there and see what happens. And I thought it worked out pretty well, personally. Ugh. Takes a lot to talk. I'm sorry. I'm a fat guy and I smoke and I get out of breath, so it happens. Just, bear with me as I try not to die. But all this stuff was designed because I made a big bricklink order. Yeah, that was... Alien Conquest was good. That's for sure. I liked them. I bought several of the... have I ever written a novel? Yeah, I have, actually. When I was in my 20s, I did. So I wrote a science fiction tale that no publisher picked up. So, yeah. Yeah, those are the Brick Arms guns that I have. I'm not super well off, obviously, right? But these are all $1 a piece, and they were really cool. And Brickmania was running a deal, so I got 10% off. So I got 10 for $9. So that was cool. It's whatever. This is Lance's desk. So, dual monitors, got some lights on there to make it fancy. Got his little keyboard, got some flowers, and he's got a little tile there of a horse, of a unicorn almost, right? So, that's awesome. And, in my mind, when you'd hit that button, he would armor up, and then I would use the Nexu Knight lance for his armor and everything else, and he'd work with Steel, and they would, be buddies, and, the ultimate buddy cop movie. Alrighty, so this thing is all cleared out. I'm putting all of the special pieces in here, so that way I know where they are, and that way when it comes to the rebuild, I can just easily find it. Trying to stay a little bit organized. Here's hoping, right? But here it is, completely empty. There's just a lot of space. There's a lot of awkward shaping right there, and I'm not a fan of it. So in the rebuild, we should fix that problem, in theory, hopefully, I think. And give me one moment, please. Hey, everybody. Vision Bricks with us tonight.
Hey, Jeff. How's it going?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well.
That's great, man. I'm happy to hear from you tonight.
Yep.
Give me one moment, please, because I got to turn you up because you are super low.
Okay.
There you are. Okay.
All right. I should be good. All right.
Yeah, Brett, that's the idea. So this week, I'm going to be rebuilding this mock.
Ah. Yeah. And which mock is this again?
This is my police station.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, the one that's, I had with me in Arizona, and I lugged it across state lines, and almost fell apart in the move, and anyway.
Gotcha.
Yep. And appreciate you showing up there, Kirk. Always good to have buddies come in and talk and entertain folks if need be.
Oh, yeah. I was because I saw you were streaming or whatever, and you were like, do I want to join? I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll definitely join, because the other time, I think I can't remember which stream that was. I think that was your birthday stream with Kevin.
Yeah, and then you did. Yeah.
I did not ditch you guys, but okay.
Yeah, you did. It's fine. Everybody else showed up. I even had Boone show up, and Vision was too busy.
Yeah.
I had superstar Bricks O'Brien show up. But not Vision. He was too busy.
Oh man.
That's a makeup block. All right.
Let me just move this stuff around.
So how's building the DC Cinematic Universe coming, Kirk?
Oh, that's just going wonderful. I'm sure it'd be going wonderful if that's what I was actually working on.
Well, that Batcave you built was great.
Oh yeah, definitely the Batcave. Yeah, no, it went well. I would say I still have the box sitting here. At some point, I'm gonna disassemble it so I can get working on something else.
What's something else?
I don't know. That's a good question. I was asking myself that before I joined the stream, and I was like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing I can work on? Like, I don't think I want to go with something licensed. I think I want to go something more of an, like, I guess, an original concept. Well, it probably won't end up being like 100% original, but just something that's non-licensed. I want to try and do something like that for the next mock.
I thought you were building the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Well, yeah, but that's not going to be like all in one go. It's going to be spread out. So like, I don't want to just like go, because I feel like at that point I'd probably get like bored of it or kind of like lose the interest if I just kind of keep pushing it out all in one go, and then before I start working on something else that's not related to that.
So what you're saying is you have problems with commitment.
No. No. It's just like I'd rather just kind of like have some variety to what I build, so that it's not always like the same.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. Like I don't know. I might go something based off of a CMF figure. I might just make an interior design. It depends. It really depends on what I end up getting. That sort of inspiration. That's like, okay, that's the thing I'll go ahead and work on and just start doing.
That's fair. Hey, Vision, you want to know something cool?
Sure.
So yesterday was the anniversary of The Fog.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh wait, that's that movie. I think
with John Carpenter. Yeah, the movie that made me restart when I was like halfway through.
Oh yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah. I think I still gotta, because I'm trying to think. I don't think I ever got to finish watching it, because I think at some point
you passed out.
Yeah, I passed out at some point, and then I woke up and I'm like, oh, dang it! I had him restarted just for me to fall asleep towards the end. I'm like, oh, okay. So I gotta finish watching it at some point to see like how the movie ends. But it was very interesting. What I got from it.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Pirate Ghost.
Oh yeah. Demir says I could build my dream house. I could, but I don't know if I would just yet. That takes a lot of thinking about like what all I would want it to look like.
All right, so my man Classic Bricks is asking you: is there just going to be buildings, or are you going to actually, build some action scenes in there?
So the first mock I did for building the Marvel Universe was actually an action scene. That was the Spider-Man versus Green Goblin. So the scene that happens in both the comic and the first movie from Sam Raimi, that scene was the one I worked on. Second one is the Hall of Armor. So that's not really an action scene. It's more so of an interior design. Third one, I'm not sure what the third one is going to be. I was actually thinking of something related to like the Netflix Marvel shows, like something like that. And the only reason I was thinking of that was possibly because of the fact that like the company that I'm currently doing stuff with, Minifigs.me, they have the figures for those characters, and I was like, that would be interesting. But then I'm also like, whoever I collaborate with, they've got to know something about those characters if I'm going to do something from that, and they also have to have those characters. So it's like, it's got to be doable for that person. Like I could be able to do it, but it's also a matter of if they'll be able to work on something related to that.
All right. So your collab partners are different for every build, or
every build it's a different person. So the first person I collaborated with was Blue Brick, and then the second person was Rowan.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah. You do know him. You do.
Yeah.
You do. Oh boy. You do.
I certainly do.
Yeah. So the third person, I'm not sure who the third person will be. I was speaking to, or briefly I spoke to Bricksar's son, Jacob, or I think it might be Bricks. He was like, he would be interested in doing it too. So maybe he'll be the third person. It depends. It's really more so. It really goes based on if that person is able to work on that project based on whatever character I'm focusing on. That's really how it kind of goes.
Not to butt my nose into business that's not mine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay.
Shield did an episode with the Agents of Shield. Did an episode featuring Ghost Rider, the new Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. That whole season with I can't remember his name, Robbie Reyes or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just came out with that version of Ghost Rider.
So what you're saying is to work on a mock of some sort related to that character.
What I'm saying is that maybe your next collaboration, there's already a Phil Coulson out there, like minifigure.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm not ever going to poo-poo your business deals with people, but those minifigures are expensive, Kirk. Not everybody can buy them. Because trust me, I went to the site and I was like, oh, these are, holy crap, okay.
Yeah, they are.
They're great quality. They're awesome. They're really well done, and I'm so jealous that you get to work with them and get the products to show off. Like, in all honesty, they're great. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also saying $20 will get you Spider-Man, Carnage, and, the new Ghost Rider and the Ghost Rider car.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be easier for your next partner, Not something like huge or crazy or anything like that, but something enough that's, represented in that universe. Mm-hmm. Just saying.
Oh no, that's definitely what I was saying. Like for that figure, like even though I had the idea of like, probably do something from Defenders or Daredevil or whatever, probably can't do that because, like you said, figures those are custom. You got to pay for them in order for you to get them. Might not be that accessible for that person that I would be collaborating with. So in that situation, that would probably just be a mock that I would do on my own, and that would not be like have anything to do with building the Marvel Universe.
Okay, so here's the other thing about if you do the Defenders. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep butting in, so just so you know that, all right?
No. Yeah.
Okay, good, fantastic. So if you do the Defenders, that would be the easiest if you did it with people because they're not in costume, right, for most of the movie until the very end.
Oh, yeah, right. I wasn't aware of that because I haven't watched it yet. I'm still on season 1 of Jessica Jones.
Okay, but they don't ever suit up. The only person that suits up is Matt.
Okay.
So if you keep that in mind, you can make the end scene of the last episode no problem because, Daredevil, whatever. Mm-hmm. But there's an awesome hallway fight scene in that movie that somebody could do with
I saw that. Like a clip of that. The one where the one that involves Elektra at some point, right?
Yeah.
That one? Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying is that, mm-hmm. Defenders would be easy because, I can just make those minifigures.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So Ghost Rider did have a motorcycle in the early comics, and that was Johnny Blaze. The new Ghost Rider is Ramon Reyes, something like that.
I think it's Robbie Reyes or something. Let me see.
I honestly don't know. But he had a car that swooped. That that was his Ghost Rider mobile, as it were.
Roberto Reyes, or also known as Robbie Reyes.
Yeah, Robbie Reyes. Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And he's a pretty cool Ghost Rider. He's pretty neat.
Yeah, I haven't watched. Fun fact: I have not watched really anything related to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I tried watching the first episode, and at the time when I watched it, I couldn't really get into it. So
I just kind of horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, like the first episode was like, okay, I guess, and then I just turned it off and I stopped watching it. So maybe at some point I'll revisit it, but it's not at the top of my list at the moment.
It was interesting though because for whatever reason that first season centered around Deathlock of all people. And Deathlock was huge for a little bit, and he teamed up with Punisher once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Okay. And then he just kind of vanished into nothing. So It was really odd that they're like, okay, we can do this because the licensing is free. I don't know. But
yeah.
It was really bizarre. I remember watching it and going, that's what they're doing, huh?
But how does the show really connect with the whole thing that happens in Avengers? Because Phil Coulson clearly dies. So how is he there?
So Phil Coulson is a human replicant.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a robot.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. Gotcha. So like the whole thing with like the life model decoy sort of thing?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. So Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider isn't great, but imagine Kirk is Ghost Rider.
That I don't know. I would see myself as more of like a Spider-Man. I don't see myself as more of a Ghost Rider. I would never get on a motorcycle. And I'm also quite afraid to get like behind the wheel of a car, especially after what happened the first time that happened. Like that did not go well for me. My mom tried to teach me how to park the car, and I let's just say I got a bit too excited and nervous at the same time, so I bumped into someone else's car in our parking lot. So that didn't work too well for me. So I haven't even tried it at all ever since then. Eventually, maybe at some point.
Well, it's good that you didn't let a simple event like that traumatize you and make it so that you never try again.
That's totally what I did. That is totally what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. At some point, I will try it again. But yeah. So that's pretty much how the series is kind of going. But like I said, I want to try and do something else. I think one person asked me to do Star Wars, and I don't think I ever responded to that because I don't have any interest in doing Star Wars at the moment. I really Star Wars is one of those things, and hopefully I don't anger anyone by saying this. Star Wars is one of those things that's just like I watch it, I find some of it interesting, and it kind of ends there. I don't see myself making really like any mocks on it. I have some sets, I have some figures. That's kind of about it. Kind of really depends on if I find an interest in it or not.
Well, you're dead to me.
Okay. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, cool, right? Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. Like it really just depends. Like there are some sets that I find cool, like the UCS Slave one. That's a cool set. Never could get it. But
I'm just giving you a hard time, Kirk.
Yeah. I know. So it's one of those things that really just depends. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. So I probably will never do anything like that. I want to at some point, and I don't know when. I want to do a mock from Back to the Future.
Okay.
But I don't know when, and I don't know if it's going to be a solo thing or a collaboration. I feel like a collaboration would be fun, but I also don't know if I just want to just do it myself and just like this way I have more, I guess, I don't know, I guess more of an option on what I would make and how big I would go. Because like I think like sometimes with collaborations, I always feel like I don't want to make my mock super big or anything like that, and then you go to check the other person's thing out, and it's just like this small thing, and then I feel like I kind of. I guess it would be like stealing the show out of the whole situation.
Right. You don't want to build this whole elaborate thing. They come back with a vignette and you're like, oh,
okay. So now that like I don't want it to be like that. So that's even the same reason with like the building the Marvel Universe stuff. I try to keep the stuff somewhat small, but also it's still large to scale. Like if I want to go a bit bigger, I can, but not to go out of the way. So like with the Hall of Armor, I did like working on that because I got to go bigger and a bit more detail than what I did when I made the vignette, like however many years ago that was. And so that kind of allowed me to do that. But yeah. Like
what did Rowan end up making? I didn't ever see it.
He made the garage. So Iron Man's garage, he made basically. So you know how they have like the Doctor Strange set, the first one that came out.
Yeah.
Where it's like that open sort of a display thing. So that's sort of like the shaping that he kind of went with. Not the exact same shaping, but that sort of style. And so one side had like some tools and stuff. And then I think he added the hot rod in there. And then the center area was the suits on display. And then I can't remember what was on the third area, but it was like 3 different sections with stuff going on in there.
Wow.
But yeah. So that's how that went. And I think for what was it for last episode? The first episode, Blue Brick worked on. I think it was Night Monkey versus Molten Man, or basically just like the Night Monkey scene with like the lava and everything on the ground. That was what he worked on for the last episode. But yeah, so that's how it's going. So at the moment, like I said, I'm just really just kind of like sitting down and taking the time to think about like what's the next mock, because I don't want to like what happened.
So Kirk, basically what you're saying is that you're the kid in the science fair group when you get assigned the thing and you overdo it, and then everybody else is like, "Oh."
I feel like that's what happens, and that's why I always feel bad about doing these sort of collaboration things because I'm like, I know, and it's not really to seem like, I guess, like I don't know how to say it. Like I don't want to seem like the guy that's like really trying to like either be the, I guess, the best out of the situation because it's not really that. It's just I'm not gonna like I guess withhold my creativity, but it's also like I'm trying to still keep myself so contained and a bit restricted so that in the event that the person doesn't have the same, I guess, sort of skill or whatever with their mock, like I don't want mine to kind of, I just don't want that.
I understand.
And I kind of feel bad in the process and things like that.
No, I can understand that completely.
Yeah.
I totally.
But today, you saw this on Instagram because I was talking about it with you the other day. I was able to get the one of the whatchamacallit, retro like 90s Spider-Man action figures. I got the Peter Parker in the mail today. I have not opened it. I don't know if I'm gonna open it.
Why wouldn't you open it?
I don't know. I don't know. I want to open it, but I haven't opened it. I probably should.
Action figures are meant to be displayed and or played with. Hey,
that is true. That is true. I guess my thing was like I'm looking at the packaging and just like the packaging looks so nice.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna ruin it.
I mean, why would you ever put action figures and leave them on your card and put them on a wall?
Yeah, because that's totally not something that you do. But no, I'm probably gonna open it. I was noticing though that the Gwen Stacy, like I was looking online, the Gwen Stacy figure is you can swap the head out to have, I guess, Mary Jane's head.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But wait, how does that work though for the outfit? Did Mary Jane ever wear something similar to Gwen Stacy like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So because I was like, why didn't they just make a separate figure? I mean, they could have just done that. But okay, that makes sense. Gotcha.
All right, Craig, you guys shut up for a minute. I gotta give a tour.
Okay, go ahead.
So this was the crime lab right there, and that's where all the crime things were processed and clues were gathered. It's kind of nice. Got a little bit of flowers, some computers, some pizza, some coffee, a little bit of a lab set up there. A couple computers to basically be like, well, our DNA sequencing says this, does DNA and science and CSI. But against this firewall, well, there goes the stairs. Against this firewall over here was a sink because cleanliness is important, and also all of my evidence is leaving. But just your basic, sciencey looking stuff, right? The next thing we're going to talk about is the evidence that was in the evidence room. So this was definitely not the Marvel universe. This was the DC universe. So there's some money. There's a talon from one of the talons from the Court of Owls and a piece of kryptonite. Just hanging out. Because why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if Superman ever did a flyby to check on these cops, he'd be in trouble. So
he definitely would.
Corruption in Jump City just keeps going up. I don't understand why any of the superheroes aren't going there to help.
Oh, man. I actually just reinstalled Arkham Knight on my hard drive so I can finally get back to doing that after the whole incident I had. So,
all right.
Yeah. So at some point, I will open it up and I will get back to playing it so I can get back to where I left off before I lost the save file. And I'm going to try my best not to have that happen again because then I would have to start over again.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. I got to figure out because, I'm sure there's a way to access the save data through Epic's, thing, the files.
Yeah.
Just duplicate it so that in the event, I'll just be able to have that as a backup in the event that happens again.
So nothing fancy for the security door I got here, but it was, see-through and things like that. Mm-hmm. And I know that some of you are asking, but Jeff, how is it secure? So once again, using Alien Conquest parts, we had this for the beep, boop, door code.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? So in the evidence room, there was a shelf that was horribly built. Yep. I really hate this shelf. I'm kind of depressed that I made this shelf, if I'm being honest. I really, really hate it. But so it's got the calculator's helmet on it. It's got the calculator's body armor in it.
Mm-hmm.
right there. So obviously things happened.
Oh yeah, I have to figure it on.
Yeah. So it's also got. This is from a bad guy. I don't remember who, but it's from the Black Panther stuff. So we had in there too, just
Claw or
ray guns or whatever. Yeah. So I'm probably not going to put those back in, so I can use them for a space minifigure because space.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is it so far. This is like lots of big empty space in this mock, and it's one of the things that I hated and just ugh. So the plan is to definitely rebuild all of this. So, and it's going to be a single tower rather than an L-shaped building. So that's just going to be great. I can't wait.
Do you have any ideas what you're going to work on after or no?
So afterwards, I've got 2 modulars sitting on my top shelf over now.
Okay.
And they're home-built modulars. Both don't have roofs.
Okay.
So roofs would probably be good. Besides that, I got really kind of inspired with Classic Space the other day, which is not a shocker for anybody, I'm sure, if you know me at all. And I made a new minifigure. I put it up on my Instagram, so if you guys are all seeing it again, but I really liked this. And I really liked the story of this guy being like a Texas Ranger, but in space for a certain sector.
Yeah.
You know? So like on his own, fighting against Blacktron or whoever else, you know, and that started getting the gears going. And like I had an old mock that I repurposed for his patrol ship. It's all a whip, a work in progress. Like if I don't have a good story, then I'm not going to do it. It's just that simple.
Exactly.
So we're working on that. At least my brain is working on that, and I'm trying to figure it out and all that fun stuff. You know? There we go. Sync was okay. So this is one of my favorite builds of all time. It's completely ripped off from somebody. I don't remember who.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just a cabinet function. Like, it looks pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
The faucet piece. I forgot that they actually made that piece, the faucet.
Yeah, like really like that. So, let's see if this is all on. This is all one piece. All right, so this was another desk. This is the desk that's in that building. I really like this one too. Like it looks like it's got cabinets. It's
Yeah.
So yeah. In case anybody ever says Jeff doesn't know how to build, you're correct.
Yes, they are definitely. Classic Bricks is back.
Classic Bricks, what's going on? Welcome back, sir. As you can see, we are working our way through. I'm working my way through taking this whole thing apart. And I've got about 30 minutes left because I said I only go for a certain amount of time tonight. I'm only going to be doing an hour a night. No working on it in between, so if it takes 2 weeks to rebuild it, then it takes 2 weeks to rebuild it. So, but I figured taking it all down in one night should be more than acceptable and doable. So that's what this is, just to introduce everybody to the project of what's going to be happening, and hopefully, y'all get interested and y'all come back. If not, that's okay too. Well, thanks, Classic Bricks. I'm glad you appreciate the idea for the cabinet. It is a good idea.
Yeah.
I remember who I ripped it off from. And I give them credit. Is that a Mega Block? That's a Mega Block. Wow. It's bad. I remember building this in like 3 days because I was really excited about building it and everything else. And I had like this grand scale, like city idea, and like I wanted a whole functioning city. I just remember I built it and I was like, okay. And then I let it sit on my kitchen room table in Arizona for like all the time that I lived in Arizona for like the rest of the time.
Yeah.
I didn't ever do anything else. I didn't ever build any more of the city. I built some city roads, and that was recently because I, got inspired again. But besides that, nope. I do have an idea of what it's going to look like, and as soon as I get the footprint clear of the old building, I can actually show it off in a minute here.
Okay.
As soon as I get the footprint clear, I'm going to try to describe it the best way that I can. So give me one moment. I'm also cheating a little bit and not breaking down all of the floors because that took way too long, and I just don't have the patience for it. Take that. All right. Oh, also, I'm going to show off the CSI lady. And she's carrying a talon from one of the bad guys. Yeah. Putting it in the evidence room. All right. So this is the ground floor. The ground floor, not the ground floor, but why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
And show some stuff off here. So we're going to make all of this into a single building. This is going to be no longer L-shaped, but we're going to use, we're going to push this back to here, and we're going to build straight up. So it's going to be about I think I estimated around 5 stories at the max.
Okay.
We'll do that, okay?
Gotcha.
And then I'm just really impressed with the tile work.
Yeah, the tile is very nice. Yeah,
how painstakingly impatient I was with all that. Just work, damn it.
Yeah, the tile color, like the pattern, is very nice.
Yeah, and I had the idea of this being black and white for cops and everything else, but
yeah,
this is about the only in Lego canon universe thing that I want to do is make it, which is make it white and blue.
Mm-hmm.
That's what matters to me is white and blue because the Lego cops are white and blue and yada yada, and with all the business with the police these days, I want to make this place look more friendlier rather than a fortress.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do. But yeah, this is a little squad room where they got their coffee and donuts and they got, computers going and, everything else. The idea was that this isn't like a big police station. It's like a precinct house in a major city. And like these guys handle the weird stuff. Like they handle like major crimes and like superheroes and meta showing up and stuff like that. So that was their deal. Lance was sort of a meta. So, he would deal with it and stuff like that, and that's the idea I was going for. So
yeah,
I know, super lame. But
no. Funny thing, I was looking for the mail to come today with the figure, and as I hear the mail truck pull up, I go to the window, and I see because for some reason I guess it was fine to put it in the bubble mailer, but for some reason Amazon's been doing that, and I'm like, okay. But what if the thing gets crushed? And so the mail guy decides to take the bubble mailer, put it in my mailbox. But my mailbox is only a certain size, so he's like shoving it in there.
Nice.
And I'm like, why can't you just bring it to the door? You don't have just leave like every other box that you do. Just set it at the door. Why would you go and just shove it in the mailbox so that it gets bent or whatever? And I'm looking at it now and I noticed it just like whatever crack in the package.
He's a government worker. I just
yeah, it's just like okay, yeah. So yeah, that was that whole thing from earlier. Then I'm also like really trying to figure out what the heck I want to do with this back wall area because it's just this empty space that I keep staring.
We can't see what you're pointing at, right, Kirk?
Oh no, no, it's fine. It's fine.
All right, making sure. So
yeah, it's fine. It's basically the area that never gets shown on Quarantine Guys because of the fact that it's empty now. Last time I showed that area was during the 24-hour live stream.
So, all right, so real quick, Kirk, I'm going to interrupt you.
Okay.
So these are the minifigures that came with it. They're all adjusted so that they are fleshy toned, except for her apparently. Way to go, Jeff. But I wanted to make it like when I build and stuff like that, I make a decision on, is it going to be yellow spaceman? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be that? Whatever else, right? So like to make it concurrent and to make it work and operate. And I did that with most of them except for like 2 of them apparently. But this is a Brick Arms vest, and this is a police officer. Yep. So I had an idea. So the Sky Cops that came out last year or 2 years ago, I don't remember when, I really liked their uniforms. So that was going to be like the helicopter pilots and like stuff like that. So it made sense to me. And then this is the last officer that I have. I really like this vest setup that they have. So like in my head, they were street cops. Does that make sense? Like they were the ones that were out pounding the pavement. They were the ones that are in the squad cars, right?
Yeah.
And so when a guy would put a vest on, he's obviously a higher up ranking official because those guys are not pounding the street. Sorry to tell you this. Like they're in an office. So like when somebody like a higher up level or person of authority shows up, they get down to business and blah, blah, blah. So that was the idea with that, to show some distinction between the two.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the last part of this police station is the holding cell. And as you can see, the calculator is in there being held. That's it. So let's break it all down. Oh,
This is
good times.
I know it is possible.
This was a lot of fun to build, though. It was challenging. I was kind of out of my groove when I built this, and it was kind of a mistake to build it again because I start building again because it just been divorced and all that fun stuff. And this was my first can I still do this situation, Can I still build like I used to? And, never really built anything ginormous before. So, yeah. But
How long did it take you to build it originally?
3 days.
Gotcha.
Lots of pieces. I don't know how many. But basically, I made the walls too high. I made some of it uneven, and I would stare at this thing every day for like the past year and just be like, I hate how that looks.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I just finally said, to heck with it. I'm going to fix it. So, yeah. And I have nothing but time, so here we are.
Gotcha.
I'm just going to try to do my best, get it built up, and get it good to go. I'm not going to be working on any of this off camera.
Okay.
Kind of my own little challenge that I've got going on. Sorry, lots of noise. I'm only going to be working on this when I am streaming on myself, so an hour a night for however long. Not Friday, though, or Sundays. So, yeah. So it's kind of a cool challenge like that, and it's kind of a challenge for me to do this as a content creator and go from there. So we'll see what happens. I hope it works out. I'm excited. I don't usually get excited about things. I asked a friend why the Simpsons are yellow, and he replied they caught a case of hepatitis. That's funny. Not funny? Kirk, do you think it's funny?
Very funny.
All
No,
right.
yeah, I'm opening the figure now, and you know how loud the plastic wrapping thing
Yeah.
is. That's why.
You should show the figure when you get it open.
Yeah, I will do that as soon as I get it open.
Yeah. You're rebuilding a fire station? Classic? That's awesome, man. I hope it goes well for you. It's always nice to revisit a mock after you've grown up a little bit and your building has changed and you've got a better definition and a better grasp of how to build and what to build, and then you revisit it and it's awesome because you feel like a big boy. You know what you're doing. 1 second, gonna get real loud. Sorry. So this was another door pad that I used for beep boop beep boop boop to get through this door. That's another thing that I kind of wanted to fix, the inconsistencies with the door codes, like the keypad situation. Eclipse Graphics makes some awesome stuff like that, and I would love to buy them, but I can't justify spending money on Lego right now, so I don't. Look at that. That all came off in one piece. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Way to go, me on shoddy craftsmanship. Doing pretty good so far. Almost got all this. Hey, look at that. That's awesome. All right. Toss that in there. I've got a bucket full of bricks that are exclusively for this build. So that's good. Putting all the special pieces in these two buckets I have over here. So like the computers, the printed tiles, the flowers, coffee mugs, coffee cups, stuff like that. All going in here. So that way I have a good source of where they are. Doors and stuff are scattered between the two boxes that I'm using, which is kind of a problem, but I'll figure it out. So I tried to make cubicles, and I hate them. They're not really good, but it's what I got. So I'll have to redo that. Here's a closer-up image of the last of the computer consoles and desks that we had. So, like, got some newspaper clippings there and, like, an award they won probably at, like, softball, maybe? I don't know. Hey, Monica, how's it going? Glad you're here. But yeah, we're taking that down and we're going to be putting the stuff in the things, and there we go. Yeah, the tile work is probably my favorite part of this build, looking back on it now. Like, I really love this. And, like, it's not as perfect and whole as it should be or what have you, but, like, to me, this was awesome. This was great. Like, I love the blue and the white and everything else. So now I have to kill my fingernails and take all of these tiles off. Isn't that great? Oh, boy. So, looks like I got 11 minutes left for my hour of breaking down the mock. Oh, geez. So, hopefully I can do it.
My camera's not going to look at
There
all.
you are. How's it going?
Yeah. All right. So there's the figure that I ordered. The packaging's over here. No. So it's for the 90s Spider-Man like figures based on that 90s Spider-Man animated series that came out. But this was like this is basically like the redo of what they were kind of doing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the packaging for that. But then I just got the Peter Parker that comes with the camera, and then the head that you can swap out. So it's like a half and half thing, half Spider-Man, half Peter Parker.
That's a Spidey sense.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. And this is like the only action figure I own currently. At the moment, I used to have action figures, but then I kind of outgrew it. And it's like, okay. That's kind of how that went. And I saw it on Amazon, and I was like, it's on sale. I've been eyeing these figures for some time. I think it's time I get one. So that's what I did.
So how many others are you going to get from that line?
I have no clue. I do want to get, because like from what I'm seeing, I definitely want to get the actual Spider-Man figure.
Yeah.
So this way, because it kind of makes sense to get that along with Peter Parker. Green Goblin looks pretty nice, and the Daredevil figure looks cool too. Yeah. But then it's also like, you get one, you have to kind of get the rest. So it's a possibility that might happen. I was looking online and I see that what you call it? They're going up in price, like some of them, and I'm like, And I guess that's just because it's out of stock on Hasbro's site. I saw one site that actually had it for like $14.99 each. And I was like, okay, but I'm not sure.
Kirk, do you have a GameStop nearby?
Not within walking distance. That's all the way in Fayetteville. And from what I saw, they're selling them for, what is it? I think 22 or something like that. But I don't know if it's in stock at that specific store. I gotta check. Let me see.
If you actually double check it, let me know. I'll give you my phone number so that you can use my account so you get $5 off.
Okay. All right.
That's where I buy my figures from, dude. Like,
gotcha. Yeah. Because I always go inside and I see them in there, like between that they had those, and then they had the ones for like the X-Men characters, like that retro type packaging. I saw that. So yeah. Let me
They also have Star Wars Black Series there. They also have
and then, like all their like custom sort of figurines, like the more detailed like ones on stands and stuff like that.
Statues, yeah.
Yeah. I was actually looking on Amazon. I saw they had one. I'm not sure if it already released because I see that like the Domino, the one that's based on the Deadpool movie, for Deadpool 2. Like I see that they have Domino still on Amazon. For some reason, the Deadpool isn't, and it's saying pre-order. So I'm not sure what's the deal with that.
All right, so Kirk, don't look online for the Domino figure. That's what we call a peg warmer.
Okay.
And they're super on sale right now at every Walmart across the country. They're like the lowest I saw in my area was $5.
Oh no, I wasn't even looking for Domino. If anything, I would probably get Deadpool over that. But I was like, what? If she's in stock, why wouldn't he be available at the moment? It was saying like pre-order. I was like, okay, that's weird.
So, Brett Hooper, how do I get these off like that? So, like, that's not dirty. My thumb, I'm basically a recluse, and I don't ever clip my nails.
Oh yeah, I used to do that a lot. I'm just like it's easier, and it's like, oh wait, because I was actually the person who, when I first started getting sets, I was like, what the heck is this orange thing for? I was that person until eventually I realized, oh, this is called a brick separator. This is for you to separate tiles and stuff when building if you make a mistake. And then that's when I realized, okay, time to start using this and not keep damaging my fingernails because this is not gonna be good at all.
Look, years of nicotine and tobacco use have already ruined my fingernails, so it's not a big deal for me.
Let me see.
Don't smoke, kids. Built-in brick separator. Oh, so you send me some clippers? Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, Hoopa.
All right, let's see. Marvel Legends.
Oh, Legends.
That's for. That's not the retro one. That's the Hand Ninja.
Man, that's a good one. That's in high demand right now from collectors. Holy crap!
Yeah, it looks really, really good. Yep, and it's out of stock on their thing too.
Look at the Red Ninja from the G.I. Joe Confidential line. Holy smokes!
Let me see. Hold on. Red Ninja.
Like Wolverine. Thanks, bub.
Red Ninja, G.I. Joe. You said Confidential?
Yeah, it's the new G.I. Joe 6-inch line.
All right, Confidential.
Jeffrey instead of Wolverine. Awesome.
Oh, dang. That looks very detailed and like, wow.
You don't even like G.I. Joe.
I can't say I do it a whole lot. I still actually have to sit down and watch the show, like all the show. It's on my list along with like Transformers animated series, like the original, not.
Yeah, they don't hold up, bud. Like I'm being 100% with you. They don't hold up.
Oh, okay. Well, that's. I trust your opinion though, so that's good. Yeah, that's man.
Hey, Hoopa, thanks for showing up, buddy. I might be sending you an invite at one point so that you and I can do this together one night and just chew the fat and all that fun stuff. So, Hoopa, you take care, buddy. Because there's no way in hell that I'm doing all of this alone. Like, I can't do it. Can't. There's no way. I need somebody to talk to, and I need,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. The G.I. Joes are dope. I've got 2 G.I. Joes in the new line. I might go grab them here in a minute. Okay. And Kirk, I'll leave you with entertaining the people.
That always goes well for me. No, it honestly doesn't. No, I think it should be fine.
You can start a sing-along or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
So, as I said, with classism, with continuity, or so to speak, as it were, I'm going to be using these motorcycle models for my police. Mostly because they remind me of Chips. And I think these are the best models that I can get, and they were super cheap. So, yeah.
Wait. This isn't advertised on the box. Where are these coming from?
What?
There's a J. Jonah Jameson. Uh-huh. There's a black and white Spider-Man with a black and white pizza. Where are these coming from? They didn't say anything about the box.
Well, that's what we like to call Wave 2.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. I see.
You know how Lego does different waves of sets?
Yeah. I just did. Yeah, I did. Okay, so this must be the initial wave and then 8. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yep. Because the figures that you have are about 8 months old.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which explains why I'm now seeing a Kingpin, which looks freaking awesome. Okay. Gosh, dang it! I'm gonna be going down a rabbit hole that's never gonna end.
Yeah. Welcome to collecting, buddy.
Oh God.
Look, the only thing that you need to remember is that collect what you like and don't get it just because it says Marvel Legends. All right.
Yeah, no. Like there have been times like I saw I can't remember what year this was. I think it was like 2019 possibly. I went into Walmart. This was when I think it probably was 2019. Because this is when I got the Jurassic Park set, like the smaller one, the one with Alan and the kids and stuff. And they had like a bunch of clearance, and it was like a bunch of random Marvel Legends figures, but they were all figures that were just like, okay, I don't care for this. It looks very random.
Yeah.
So so it's got to be something that I like, kind of really like. Like for example, Peter Parker or like Spider-Man. Like if I love Spider-Man, so it's kind of like how
you do
a lot, like a lot.
Really?
Yeah, he's one of my favorite heroes.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite heroes.
I'm being sarcastic right now.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's one of my favorite heroes. So that's kind of how it is.
Hey, appreciate you the shout out about that classic. I'm really glad that people are getting something from those mental health check updates, tips every last Sunday of the month. Appreciate it. I know it's a big divergence from pop culture and Hot Wheels and Lego, but I just kind of feel like if I had somebody helping me with that stuff when I was going through it, I'm still going through it, it would be easier because you're never told, I understand, you're never told, I know how that goes. You're always told, well, you need to fix the problem. So, yeah, appreciate it. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to get all serious on it.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Oh shoot,
What?
No, I'm looking. I see another. Okay, I don't believe this probably isn't for the retro line because this has an additional piece for like a build. Yeah, that's just not retro.
What is it?
It was the Scarlet Spider, but it has like an arm with it. I guess that's for probably for Penny Parker's thing. I guess I'm not sure.
I'm so angry that I missed out on that figure.
Which one?
The Scarlet Spider.
Oh, yeah. It's let me see. See, it's so weird. Some of it says like free store pickup, but none of it is saying you can like add it to cart. So I guess that means it's not available.
Yeah, those are old figures, Kirk.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Mary Carey, that website that's like eBay.
Mm-hmm.
Look there.
Okay, let me see.
That's where a lot of figures are. That's where a lot of decently priced hot toys are. Don't go down that rabbit hole, Kirk.
Okay, gotcha. Wait, how do you spell it?
I have no idea. It's just like Mary Carey, or somebody in the chat knows it. It's that Mercury. I don't know.
Oh, Mercari.
Mercari, there it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me check.
Kurt, do you have the Scarlet Spider minifigure?
I don't think I. Wait, do I?
I don't know.
No, I don't think I. Wait. The one that came with the the bridge battle, right?
Kirk, I have no idea what set it came with. I just bought it off Bricklink for $10.
Is it? You're talking about the blue and red figure, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I have it. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Monica's got it. Thanks, Monica. I appreciate it. Jeff can't say some words, so that's one of them.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what's Mary Carey? I've never heard of Mary Carey.
Sorry, all right.
Oh, you're good.
Oh,
and I've actually never been on Mercari. The only other thing I've used that's similar is what is it? I think it was called OfferUp or Let Go, one of the two, because I used that to sell one of my like the prop things that I had, and then at some point I used it also to get the Milano that I now have because the guy was selling it on there and it was like a really good deal, and I was like, okay, let me go ahead and get it because that one for like the longest.
From Infinity
the old school one, the old school Milano with Ronin and everyone else in there.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's how we bust down a mock in under an hour.
Ooh.
I'll be right back because I'm going to show my Marvel Legends.
All right. Gotcha.
That's what this has turned into.
Clearly, this is what this has turned out into. Let's see. All right. Kari, Marvel Legends. Okay. Some of this is opened. What about? Is there a way to sort it out by shield? Yeah, there's really a lot of stuff in there.
You do have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they do.
All right, so I'm going to just show off some of my favorite figures that I have, and then we're going to call it a night.
All right.
So, whoa. Good? No bookies? All right. So this is Duke from the G.I. Joe Classified line.
Okay.
The gun's a little bent because that's just cheap plastic.
Yeah.
But Duke was the leader of the G.I. Joes. Pretty cool. Like, the 3/4 scale figure that came out in '83 looked a lot like this. He had the bandolier across his chest. The gun that he came with was more like a submachine gun rather than a full-out assault rifle.
Okay.
He did have a side hip holster for his pistol. That pistol does come out, but we don't take small things out of places on action figures because then I will lose it.
Exactly. Yep.
And the backpack is actually pretty accurate to how the 3 3/4 figure was too, and this just pops out. So, and he's got a big hole in his chest or his back. So let's see here. So Kirk was talking about a Daredevil figure earlier, and this was that Daredevil figure that he was talking about earlier.
Yep.
It comes with the 2 sticks that you can put in his hands, and then it also comes with different bracers that you can equip. So he's not got them on there. The head also comes off from Matt Murdock head. Kirk, I don't know if you knew that or not.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah. If you have a figure that comes in a suit, I can't remember what it is, but you pop that head on there and you get yourself a Matt Murdock.
Okay, gotcha.
And this is my favorite purchase of the last year for action figures. This is the last thing that I bought for action figures last year. I have Thunderhawk in my closet, but this is Punisher War Machine.
Gotcha.
And this is just a bad day for criminals.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's got 2 side-mounted machine guns on his fist. He's got a stick that is just a taser stick, and then also a minigun.
He's pretty fully loaded.
Comes with the standard like repulsors that Iron Man has and everything else, but I really wish that they would have given him a Frank head. They didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang. Is that any relation to? Because I remember at some point, Marvel Legends, like the prop line, they made the helmet, the Iron Man helmet, with the. So it's relation to that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's also a beautiful hot toy in this.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I feel like at that point, that's probably where I would draw the line for myself, because those things are super expensive. They're very detailed, but super expensive. I'm just like,
well, you don't want to spend $500 on an action figure?
Yeah, no, I don't think I can bring myself to do it.
Yeah,
maybe one, but I feel like that would be way down the line. I don't know. It would have to be like a really, really good and convincing one for me to like want to do that.
Deanna, you're talking about Hot Wheels or Micro Machines. There's a whole bag.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm a kid. So yeah, that was the build. That was the takedown. We appreciate everybody showing up. Kirk, very cool for you to show up, man. I will see you tomorrow for the quarantine cast.
Because that is tomorrow. I gotta start like figuring out what the heck I'm gonna be building over there, because I finished my mock now, so I gotta find something else.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, very much so. Because I have a set, but I can't open it because it's something else. But yeah, that's kind of how it's gonna go. But yeah, it was great joining you, Jeff, and I will see you tomorrow.
That's awesome. So real quick, Ben, I'm gonna message you on Instagram because I want to partner up with you this week so that we can do this. So where I build and you talk or draw or whatever else you want to do, but just have a nice little sit and build and talk party going on, Ben. So I'll message you about that later.
Yep.
All right. So everybody, thank you very much for showing up. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to remove.
Wait, Jeff, you're on mute. Yeah, you're on mute. There we go.
Whoa, no, 1 second.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's better. Hey. So hope everybody has a nice night. Catch y'all later. Bye-bye.
See you guys.